Richard Rouse.
The reaction online was amazing to this film, and people really loved this movie. What was the surprising thing to you now that the DVD is on the way out? The film's had its theatrical run. What was the surprising part of the reaction from fans for you, or was there one?
I think the very gratifying thing has been the responses from, from fans and from people within the industry. Like, meeting fans who have seen it multiple times and what they get from it is really, very flattering. And there's one guy that came to one of the New Beverly screenings in Los Angeles who's seen it 31 times. And I can only think that sort of some of the themes of I think that's the thing, is I think sort of like it's, for some people it's like some of the relationships really resonate with them. They identify with one of the characters, so I think there's a lot of people within the film that you would watch it and say, I was a bit like that. I identify with Scott Pilgrim. I feel like I've been that kind of kid sometimes, or certainly been like the sort of, the kind of overgrown child. But and then I've had great responses from within the industry, like and what's kind of nice is actually the people that do respond to it is like, you do get a thing where some people, for some people, and this goes for kind of like people on the internet and kind of people in the industry, where like they kind of confuse kind of box office with quality. And and so in a way, like what's nice to me is that sort of like the people who really respond to it, just saying, "I love that movie. It's my favorite movie of the year." Like or that movie was so well made. I can't believe you guys pulled that off. So getting those kind of like compliments from either people within the industry or fans is just like makes it all worthwhile, really. And we kind of had that very early on. So it was like, whilst the sort of the box office was bittersweet, like we're still getting kind of like endless like platitudes from people. So it was a strange thing to kind of get like sort of like raves throughout, and critically as well. Like sort of some of the reviews I was incredibly happy with. So I can't really I'm very proud of it, and I'm proud of the response.
Well, it's funny. People often will say to me after I've given something a bad review, if I give something a bad review and it goes to number one, they'll say, well, you were wrong about that. And it's like, I don't review the box office. And I think that's something that maybe there's a divide there that people don't seem to quite understand.
Yeah, I think sort of it's I think the thing with this film as well is because it is like something kind of fresh and different, it doesn't quite sit so easily in a box, and that makes it harder to market. And one of the reasons that we're doing stuff for the Blu-ray is because we're all proud of it, the studio proud of it. If they weren't, we wouldn't be doing any promotion at all. It would just be released on Tuesday with no extras, and that very much isn't the case. But also part of it is still getting the word out. And I think the sort of the only like dispiriting thing about the kind of the business at the moment is that like you're kind of expected to be a smash in not even 72 hours, like 12 hours. And if you're not, like some people, not everybody, like dismiss it. And it's that thing where these films are there forever, like, and there's plenty of, kind of films that, not just like cult films, like really famous films. I mean, there's obviously like legions of like cult films that like didn't do well on initial release, whether it's Big Lebowski or like, Office Space, but then massive films like Wizard of Oz, like just the...
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. So I think the thing is that a dog is for life, not just for Christmas.
Richard Rouse.